Coming to you from Midtown, New York City, it's Eminem's Kickback N Chill. I'm your host, Dre Thomas, and chilling with my largest audience is my homegirl, Jiggy Name. Make some noise for her one good time. Oh, man, how y'all feeling today? I love it, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through, man. The only show where you can kick back, relax, and have some money promotes any of your upcoming work. And you know I'm never doing this by myself, so I'm ready to bring out my first guest. Y'all ready? Yeah! Let's go, let's go. Now, this artist I'm about to bring out is from South Orange, New Jersey, who said his music is completely ahead of his time. His album, Love Season, is out now, and he's here to talk more about it. Y'all make some noise for Dre Luv. Yo, what up, bro? Appreciate you, man. Make some noise for him one more time.
What's up, everybody?
Oh, man. Dre.
What's going on?
How you doing, man? How's the ride here?
Trains was delayed. You know,
man,
transit.
I'm so excited you're here, man, because, you know, let's get straight into it. You know what I'm saying? Dre Luv. You know, tell us, like, what age you started getting into music and how it came about.
Wow. I started making music when I was about, like, 15 years old.
Right.
But prior to that, I was a poet.
Right.
So I've been writing poetry all my life before I even got into music. So it was more like a smooth transition.
Yeah.
But the only thing is I had to just, like, find a flow.
Yeah, because rapping is a form of art. So it was able to smooth transition everything. All right, cool. Now, you know, Dre Luv. Now, what people don't know about you is that Love is actually an acronym. Now, tell us the meaning behind it. And was it hard to really think of a name, your rapping name?
No, I got my name Dre Luv from my security guard at my school.
Oh,
His name
really?
is Kenny, yeah, from my high school.
Oh, okay,
from
cool,
North
cool,
13th Street Tech. And, well, I got the name Dre Luv because he would always see me around with, like, talking to, like, different girls. So.
Oh, you was a player?
I was okay. Maybe a little bit. No, I'm joking. Nah, but he would see me around like with different girls. So he would be like, Dre Luv. And then I'll say, oh.
He just gave you an idea.
Yeah, he gave me an idea and I knew exactly how I wanted to spell it. So Love came about. Love is actually a record label that I started.
Oh, tell me about that.
Love is more like is L-U-V, lust, unconditional vows. The three elements of love.
Right.
That I believe what are the three elements of love. There's lust, which is, you know, it doesn't have to be, you know, physical, but some people have a lust for love.
Right.
Unconditional, if you love somebody, you should love them unconditional.
Correct.
And vows is more of a covenant. Promises were made to be broken, but a vow is a covenant. That's why when people get married.
Dope. That's dope. Make some noise for that, man.
That's why when people get married, you know, they make vows.
They make vows.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm assuming marriage is in the question in the near future.
Of course.
Okay,
of course.
cool.
Definitely.
Now, you know, as an artist, correct me if I'm wrong, that you also can do pop and R&B. Tell me, you know, why as an artist it's good to, you know, be a part of multiple genres other than one.
Well, it's good to be a part of different genres, but it depends on the kind of artist that you are.
Right.
You know, some artists, they don't really fit well with like going into different, you know, genres.
Right.
But, you know, if you are that kind of artist and you have the kind of voice for it, I would definitely encourage them to go to like different, you know,
Was it hard to make that transition? I know you say you started off, you know, as a poet, then rapping, but to transition into pop, but, you know, also have that, you know, rap, you know, in you, was the transition really hard?
No.
Really?
I got tired of rap.
I got tired of rap.
I got tired of rap. I mean, I love hip hop, but I kind of got tired of it. I just felt like it was just oversaturated. Right. So I wanted to move into something kind of different, you know. I felt like it was just too, like people would label me as, you know, a certain, like when I say, hey, I make music, and everybody would say, oh, what do you do? Rap, hip hop? And then when I tell them, no, I do pop, they're like, oh,
you have to school them real quick. You want to hear that? Yeah, I can switch it up. Cool.
So they like that. So it was cool.
That's dope. Now, you know, what are some challenges you feel like you faced as an artist, as you know, as you was bringing your way up?
What kind of challenges? There's a lot of them.
I mean, like, you know, with making music. I know it's not easy, you know, to always make a song. It takes time. You know, it's time consuming. So, like, how's the process like, you know, for you making a song?
The process for me making a song, actually, it takes me about. I don't really just work on like a particular song. I just work on like a collective of work. So what I do is that I sit down and I get a whole bunch of like beats and stuff like that from different producers. And what I'll do is that I'll take all the ones that I like and I'll write music to them for 6 months.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
It takes me about 6.
At least you give yourself like you give yourself time.
Yeah, I believe quality over quantity.
That's the best thing. That's the best thing. Now, who are some like your musical influences? Like, if you can collab with one artist, one or two artists right now, who would it be and why?
One of them would definitely be Bruno.
Bruno's hard, bro.
Definitely Bruno Mars.
Why is that?
Yo, man, the Love Season sound, I feel as though like the Love Season sound that I have,
right.
if I was supposed to get Bruno Mars, like his 24K
right.
and my Love Season sound,
right.
like his funk and my funk and hip hop kind of mashed together.
It's like a combination.
I think that would be
blow
like
up.
Biggest. I think we could actually change the sound of hip hop.
Bro, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. Now, I remember we had a previous conversation how you said in the next couple of years labels are going to be extinct. Tell us a little bit about what you meant by that.
Yeah, labels, they are going to be extinct. They're going to be out of the question because all of these labels, what they're really doing is that they have, all right, for number one, like starters, a lot of the executives are way too cocky.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you have a lot of talented artists, but if I was supposed to go to a label executive and say, hey, can you listen to my music? The first thing that they'll do is brush me off and act like, you know, I'm nobody. A second thing is that a lot of these labels, what they'll do is that they take and they hold on to your publishing, your masters. Nowadays, they're giving 360 deals where they make money off of everything that you do. So just because they sign me to a recording contract, they're making money off of me in Hollywood. I don't really
and
like
a lot
that.
of people don't understand it. They feel like once they're signed, they're in, but they don't know about how much money they got to give back,
give
right?
back, you know, and just because you're signed doesn't mean that you're on.
Really?
No, not at all. As soon as, like, I could sign to a record label. Like, for example, I don't want to, like, throw any names out there, but
that's all right.
Sneaker Records.
Okay.
And I don't know if that really exists, but I'm just throw that out there. And, you know, they could look at me and they'll say, okay, yeah, we'll sign you. But then after they sign me, they could look at me and say, hey, we're not going to put you out until, like, 3 years because we have another artist who's bigger than you. We're focused on them.
And you know, it's crazy you said that because I remember you were saying that how you said it's all about your following.
Yes.
Then, so you're saying that you got to have a large amount in following in order to get put on.
Yes. I got turned down by a couple record labels because I didn't have a certain kind of following because they told me, they said, your music is amazing, it's one of a kind, but you don't have the following, so we can't sign you. I just asked them, so you just told me that my music is different from...
But even if they sign you, even if you don't have this large following, even if they was to sign you, couldn't your following drastically go up in like the next 2 weeks if you're this new hot artist in the game, you know, people starting to hear about you, right?
Yeah. I mean, essentially, I have that kind of following. I'll do what Chance the Rapper did, not sign to anybody.
Yes. Now, speaking of Chance the Rapper, you know, he's also independent, you know what I'm saying? Explain to us the difference between being independent, you know, the freedom of being an independent person rather than just signing to a label.
Independent, all it is money out of your pocket.
Right.
You know, but, you know, you pay for everything yourself. You don't have somebody that's... Labels are basically like a bank. You know, they give you a loan, but independent, everything comes out of your pocket, but you have the ability to own all your masters, your publishing. You could do whatever you want.
Right.
You know, if I'm independent and I decide to say, hey, I want to put out an album tomorrow morning, I can do that. You know, I don't need anybody's permission.
Right.
Except my own. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. Make some noise for Dre Luv in the building. Now, he's going to be with us throughout the rest of the show and along with a special performance at the end. So keep it locked and we'll be right back. What I'm talking about, man.